Takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Watson on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Flush to his right. And he's going to find a man, Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. To the air yet again, Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bud Dupree from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
On second down, here's Watson. The screen pass here to Cohen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope. The good things are in store here today.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down following the run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That good for 19 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run forward to Cohen. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Set to go now as the punter, Jake Shum, will do the honors. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They get the tackle Marcus Gilbert, 2nd-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going deep for Brown. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. On 1st down, Watson. Going deep for Diggs. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Steps away to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Not only was that a 3 and out, it was their 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
And here is the punter, Shum, as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett, and he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's got some space here. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown with what will be called a 107-yard return. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And he's able to put it through. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. On 1st down, it's Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. So only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Brown. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the 1st on 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He got 29 yards that time.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now he's forced out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Being chased out left. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They stay on the ground. Last go again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. They run. This is Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Come on, let's go.
On 3rd down. It's Cohen, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They're going to look to throw. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 83 yards. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws in the defense.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. With it is Brown. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They hand off to their big tight end. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Bell. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here we go. 190. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Watson now on second down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 19 yards there on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Here's a give to Bell running left. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turn. there as his guys will get the football back. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Here's Watson. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there.
Here we go. 38.
Watson on first down. Dancing to his left. And some room to work. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Hayward in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. To throw on second is Watson. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Watson going to sneak it. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain. Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Deshaun Watson taking it in. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
Here's the punter, Shum, to send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Complete to Bryant. And he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Roethlisberger going to throw it. Breaks a tackle. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
He'll look to throw. For the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Fresh set of downs here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it. And guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. Steps away to his left. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to, can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen?
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.